What's going on YouTube? Jason here. Today I will be going through my watch collection in 4 categories. Watches that have sentimental value, like these 8 watches that you see here. Watches that I will be selling in a first wave, followed by watches that I'll be selling in the second wave, and those watches that form the core of my collection. If you disagree with any of the categorizations, do drop them in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. So the watches that I cannot sell, these watches are all related to that one person in my life, my wife. All right, birthday present. This watch started out as a watch that was I bought because it was on every watch YouTuber's must buy list, and it eventually evolved into a present that I got for the groomsmen for my wedding, of course. And then I wore it for my wedding, and I can't sell this watch. It comes in the 38mm version, newly released, which I think is actually a more attractive size. Wedding, to commemorate my engagement, I got the SJE 073 with the 6L35 movement. More wedding shenanigans. Please wear a watch with leather strap for photo shoot. I did not receive the memo. I got the SJE, I wanted to wear the SJE 073, and since there was a no metal policy, I got this Orient Star Power Reserve. I think this is the Gothic Heritage Classic, or I'm not sure what's the name they give for this. TGV did a video for this. Of course I was persuaded by him to get this Orient Star. So the wedding was done and dusted, and I got a watch for Christmas present for myself, as well as a simple 3-hander with the same texture, the same snowy linen texture for my wife. You will see that watch in a video I made about that watch is trying to run away. You will see in the video that I made for the deluxe strap, I believe. So this is the Star Bar, the Fukuyi Shaky Seiko cocktail with the Power Reserve and the date wheel. And of course, this is the SVGP 007. I got it to mark the firstborn. All right. Maybe I will pass to the firstborn, maybe I will pass it to myself for the next 25 years at least. And lastly, the watch. Of course, this watch has no relation to my wife, or maybe the sacrifices of my wife when I go for my military service. This is an aviator watch. I did a quick and dirty review of it, and most people in Singapore who have to do their national service think that they rather get the Hamilton. Alright, on to the watches that I will be selling in the first wave. When you make watch content, you inevitably buy watches that, buy watches without thinking much. I actually have 19 watches that I want to, I may purge from my collection, to refine, to streamline the collection. If you do the mathematics, I have got more than 36 watches in my collection. That's quite unwieldy. So anyway, these are the watches that I'm planning to sell or list them for sale in the first wave. So they are already in the sequence of how long they have been in my collection. This is the oldest, and going all the way to recent acquisitions such as this Eastern Arabic dial Seagull. Alright, so very simple. Sometimes there really is a better watch in your collection. Sometimes when you buy a watch, you don't find the connection compared to when you watch the review on YouTube. All right, so let's just talk you through each of the watches. All right, so this is the new release. This was the then new release Superman logo Seiko 5. I've already got several other Seiko 5s with this logo, and I think if you see the core collection, you know why I will be moving this piece out of the collection. I'm moving it to the side as well. There's a lot of forests. This Orient Star, when I saw that it was a limited edition, you know, limited edition tingles certain parts of your brain, you know, certain parts of your animal brain. Scarcity. But this is just too thick a watch, and I don't have a penchant for watches with open heart. Alright, I probably have been trying to list this for sale for quite some time, but the offers are not so good. Seiko 5 buying spree. This is the one with the shoe logo. Can you see the shoe logo? Interesting watch, but again, if you put a gun to my head, this is the first to go. Of course, if you put a gun to my head, everything will be the first to go. Am I right? So it wears like an old Seiko 5, very light. Alright. People in Singapore, those you see wearing these type of Seiko 5s, they are mostly 60, 70-year-old people. At least the parts of Singapore where I roam about. This watch, this Casio Edifice, that gave me a lot of views, but it is just too thin on my wrist. Let me just pop it up. I do wear it, and it's quartz, so the servicing fee is not a lot, but I guess when it wears very thin, I don't like that feel, you know. I mean, it's big and thin rather than small and slim, you know. There is some difference. So when I wear it, sometimes it feels it's not there, and maybe I was trying to ride the viewership wave for this video, which I did get considerable number of views for this white dial beauty. But first to go. Anyway, if I want to get it, I can always get it another time in another variation. Okay, let me put it to the side. And then Seiko 5, I think this is an SNXS. This is not the one that you would probably keep. You probably keep the SNXS 79, alright? That's the one that people are looking out for. This is not made in Japan. This is a K version. And we have got a Quo. Yes, I did do a few videos on this Quo. It's a nice watch, a bit of a certain Patek Philippe Calatrava vibe based on the styling, but they did do a mechanical version, and maybe if I get this sold, I may get a Quo in their upcoming release. Alright, they do good designs, but the ones that are collectible, are the mechanical pieces with a GS vibe. I believe it's the 005, the Royal Smith 005. We're down to the last four. We just keep them there. Fairly recent acquisition. Alba Monster. I don't like the whole wear of it. It's big and chunky. I move away from big and chunky watches. This is one of them. I bought it for fun as well. In terms of specs, nothing to shout about. It is Seiko's discounted model. All right. And we've got this Baltony linen dial. I bought it for the linen dial. Nice looking watch. A bit small and thick though. And I had some issues with the crown. I've got so many dress watches, so I think I can live with one less. Right? And a micro brand that has got some popular mention. This is the Brew retromatic chronograph. I'm going to do a more thorough review of this watch if it doesn't get sold off by then. I like the quirky design, the use of colors, but it just it doesn't wear well for me. Alright, I don't think there's anything wrong with the aesthetics, but it just didn't click for me for this watch, which is the more in-demand version of the Retromatic. And lastly, obviously, I bought it for the views. I bought it for the viewerships, but not many clicks. No one is really watching the video about this one with the Eastern Arabic dial. Alright, I would want to get a watch with Eastern Arabic dial, but this watch, the white date complication just stands out a bit too much. So let's go on to the watches that I may reluctantly sell. Alright, are you surprised that these 9 watches make it to the to sell list in the second wave? Alright, I'm going to experience some lighting issues. As you can see, the sun has come out from across the buildings. Alright, from the buildings across me. I think these watches I would find it hard to sell on my end. But when I look at them, I feel that I can do better. Alright, so when I sell these watches, 9 of them, maybe I will convert it into 3 or 4 acquisitions. So maybe a good rule of thumb will be every 2 watches you sell, you can get yourself 1 new piece, or every 3 watches that you sell, you get yourself 1 new piece. Always onwards and upwards in terms of quality. But this watch is not lacking in quality. It's just that the feel is no longer there. It is my first mechanical watch, right? This is my first mechanical watch. It's SBDC 0401, but it wears a bit top heavy, right, because of the cushion effect. So I think maybe I will try to find this watch a new owner with thicker wrist. For your reference, my wrist is 6 1/4 inch. Okay, the cushion effect makes the watch look nice from the overhead view, but you can actually feel the weight of the watch on your wrist. At least for my itty bitty wrist. The Seagull 1963, I am maybe going to sell it, and if I were to buy, I would probably buy the one directly from Seagull, the so-called original D301. Nothing wrong with this watch, but maybe if I were to sell it, I will get the D304 version from JD.com, from the Seagull store on JD.com. Citizen Fugu, this is the anniversary edition. Nice looking watch again. Not so keen on divers. Selling it in the second wave because I know that it makes for a good Singapore National Day watch, which I did wear on National Day. The Explorer Vibe Seiko 5, they don't make homages like they used to. Now Seiko 5 only do collab models as well as homage their own watches. Alright, so this is one of the fixed bezel with the Explorer Vibe. I did have one with the polar dial, the white dial, but I have since sold it. A Shanghai watch 7120, is it 7210? Dress watches. The reason dress watches consolidate, I have too many dress watches. Same reason for this Escapement Time. I did several videos on this watch before. Now Escapement Time has got competition from some other brand on AliExpress. Lovely watch when I first bought it. It is still a lovely watch, just that if I've got to make way, this will be one of the watches that I will be selling in a second wave. So 3 recent acquisitions: the Citizen watch, the Statesman, the one that got me plenty of views in 2 waves. Alright, the recent wave was in the summer when this watch was released, I think in Germany or in parts of Europe. Don't like the wear on this watch. This is a 40mm case, not to lug about 50 something mm. So if they were to do it on a smaller case diameter, 38mm, that would bring down the overall lug to lug. Maybe this would be a good watch in the collection. Also, that part of me wants to get a smaller size Tissot. Let's just see how it goes. And the Saint Martin. The Saint Martin, another adventurer looking like watch. If you were to do the mental calculation, you know that there's still quite a sizable number of watches that will form the core collection, and this type of watch really is my thing. My two things. My two things are a small case watch without the without a bezel, without a rotating dive style bezel, as well as dress watches. So unfortunately, I bought these watches for review and to experience them, and they have got to go soon. Let's go to the core collection. Hi guys, are you surprised that it took me so long to carry on with the rest of this video? It must be 30 minutes. Anyway, these are the 11 watches that I say comprise the core collection. Alright, so we have got another 8 watches in the never to sell category. And so we have got 19 watches. And let's just talk about this DW5600. Alright, everyone should get a Casio G-Shock for your gym, for your running, for your swimming, you know. This watch is no nonsense and it's value for money. One thing I would change though, I would probably get it in the more legible dial color and not this negative display. Alright, so tactical too, I can't even see the numbers. See the time sometime. I've got the remaining 10 watches lined up. These are the dress watches. These are the ones with the rotating bezel. And you notice that I only have got two watches with the external rotating bezel. And the Explorer style, the sportier watches, the bottom 5. Alright, so I'm doing a mahjong thing. Alright, let's play a mahjong. Okay, anyway, joking aside, the dress watches well represented in terms of the color spectrum. We have got the Longines, the Mojito, the Seiko Cocktail Time Mojito. I bought it for the green color, as well as the fact that I like to drink mojitos at least some point in time in my life. And I don't think it says anything else about me other than the fact that I like a mojito. Alright, mojito. We have got 2 Coronos. Of course, it's easy to say that I'm not selling it because I'm not sure what I will get on the market. Okay, but I think these 2, they are limited edition. This is pretty much an unlimited limited edition, but you see what I'm going on with this. The King Turtle Grenade, very handy, very well spec dive watch from Seiko. Even though the case is a bit large, it rests well on my wrist as compared to the SBDC 041, the Transocean Prospex. Alright, we also have got I think this is a ceramic bezel and a sapphire crystal and some candy bar. Alright, Seiko 5 GMT, I talked about this watch recently, buying it for the fact that buying for the movement, and it should go the distance. This watch should go the distance in my collection this time. If you were to look at my older videos. I have got an SKX, I have got a Seiko 5 with the green and gilt and the new Seiko 5 logo. Those were sold away, but this time around this has got the newer 4R34 movement with the GMT function. Right, so this top row, anything, do you disagree with it? Alright, I think this is a good core collection for the dress watch and the dive style watch. It is the sportier watch that, you know, there will be disagreements, but let's just get these two lovely watches with Zaratsu polishing out of the way. The spring drive, I've had it for about 3-4 years already. 3-4 years. I do wear it quite often. I know it's part of the is it part of the heritage or the elegance collection, but I wear it like a sports watch. Alright, just get all the scratches on the Zaratsu polishing. The Casio Oceanus as well, both with the Zaratsu polishing. And let me just do a light slow roll and to see how well it reflects the light on the indices as well as the bezel. Okay, it is this watch where there is disagreement. Alright, the watches that are the Explorer style watches, they're not really dress watches. Alright, so we have got the Alpinist reissue. I've got two Alpinist, in fact. I think this is the Laurel Alpinist and this is the 1959 Alpinist reissue. This watch commands a premium in the secondary market. I think the premium will be there. I have worn this watch before. If I were to sell it, I would probably be just cashing out, and I probably will not be getting another one in a different color. The dial is exquisite, and the fact that it's a limited edition, a well-received limited edition, is just icing on top of the creme de la creme. And this watch, I didn't plan to get it initially, but it just, you know, found its way onto my wrist. I would say that this Alpinist gives the Smiths a good fight. Alright, in terms of wear, I would say that actually the Smiths wear slightly better. Seikos are generally a bit thicker, and they try to compensate with the cushiony effect. Again, you can say that it is a chicken and egg issue, where the cushiony effect gives the watch a nicer look from the top, but you can feel it when you wear it. Those who own Seikos, you know what I'm trying to say. And lastly, this watch, I don't really wear it. This is the SNK 23. This is the SNK 23, the watch made famous by Hodinkee, the watch, the $100 watch that feels like $1 million or something like that. Alright, buying it to keep, and of course it does look lovely with the two texture dial. Alright, so that's all for me today. I think I've spoken quite a fair bit, and thank you for making through to this part of the video. I will see you in the next few videos, which are reviews of the latest acquisition. Cheers!